Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing an overview of, I guess you could call it, my first playthrough of Mass Effect Andromeda. This is the trial one that I got with my EA Access account. I think it just came out today, I'm pretty sure, but this has been out for I think 5 days before the release. So it took forever for me to download, so I figured I'd just kind of try it out now, because basically I spent the whole day yesterday trying to get this game to play, and I had to download it, and then there was a 19 gigabyte update or something to go with it too, but I mean, it looks pretty amazing, to be honest with you, and this whole video I'm just going to be going over like my overall thoughts and feelings on it. Like, look how great that looks right there, right? Just, you know, negative, positive, just honest, because I mean, a lot of people are probably wanting to see what the game is actually like. I'm sure there's a lot of videos out there already about it though too. Because like I said, this has been out for 5 days, right? And I've heard a lot of negativity about this game too, so I figure, you know what? You just gotta kind of play it yourself and judge it on your own, and I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it with you guys. So, the first Mass Effect game, I found that the speech options are a lot better in this one. There's a lot more options. I'm going to do cuts throughout this, like I'm not going to go, obviously this isn't the beginning of the game, there was a little bit before this and an intro and everything, but they showed all the different types of options you have, like the way that you talk to people and everything, and it's not just so negative and positive, like if you're going to be a complete badass or you're going to be a good person, like there's a lot of different types of options you can pick from. And I find the movement running around in this is really, really nice now. That was my phone going off. The movement's really, really, really nice in this now. Like before, I felt like you felt kind of like a robot. Like there were so many boundaries that you couldn't really get into certain things. And you know how that feels in some games. Like you don't feel that free is the best way for me to describe it. And I actually really like it a lot more. And this is my first playthrough, so I'm not gonna have all the mechanics down of, you know, the controls and everything. Like this right here, I'm just testing everything out, right? Like I don't even really know how to play here, right? I can get a little bit better as it goes on, but
Welcome to Habitat 7.
like look at this, looks really great, right? I did notice though, like this all looks amazing, but I did notice that facial thing that a lot of people are talking about, and I found some characters, their facial expressions look a lot better than others. Some characters, their facial expressions are really, it's more in the eyes, like you don't really see the humanity, or I don't know what you really call it, like they don't seem real, they seem almost like a puppet, like the eyes, like it just stays still, right? But not all of them, other ones don't feel that way, and in different scenes it's different and everything, so I don't really know. It definitely could be better. I mean, it's not absolutely horrible. I think people are freaking out a little bit more about it than they should be, but it's okay, I guess. Kind of reminds me of Skyrim, to be honest with you.
I was a cop in crisis response. Yeah? Tell you over a beer sometime.
Take me over a beer.
This is gonna be close.
This is a really cool feature they have, that you can jump like that.
That's it. We're getting there.
And I think, I don't do it yet, but you can jump and then you can boost, like you can jump in midair and then you can use a booster and you kind of hover, right? See, I'm not really used to the controls yet, right? Like it explains, but obviously, as you know from playing games, you get used to it over time by yourself, right? But everything looks great. Like the graphics are amazing.
What the hell is
It kind of feels almost like a PC game in a way, though. I kind of like this better than the old ones.
But it's our job to
It doesn't
figure
feel
out.
as slow
Sounds
and
like your old man talking. He was right.
draggy.
Something went wrong here. We have to find out what. One thing at a time.
Yeah, so I'm going to make cuts in this video, so certain parts it's going to fade out and it's going to go to a different part of the game. To do a whole playthrough, like I did the whole first level, and to do a whole playthrough, it's like, the video's going to be pretty long.
Holy shit.
So yeah, this is a little bit more ahead. There's optional missions. What I found's kind of cool is if you look on the radar at the very top, I guess you could call it radar. It's not really. I guess it's just like objectives and stuff like that, like a waypoint.
No power.
There's a main one, and as you can tell what the main one is, you know, it was a little bit easier when there was more optional missions, but there's one at the top, and it's the one closest to me. It's like a circle, or kind of like, I don't know what you call it. It's a shape, but it's got nothing in the middle, and the main one has the dot in the middle, right? That one is the main quest, and it's not like I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of, you're kind of all in one level when you load in and out, but you can go and do these optional missions at the same time and go back and forth, and it's a little bit more free feeling.
Yeah, sure. Why wouldn't it be?
Maybe it did something.
Yeah, like I said, like, I'm gonna look pretty dumb in certain parts of this, and certain things I'm gonna say are not gonna be that great. Like, later on, when I play this game for a long time, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna go, wow, I was such an idiot at this point, or I didn't know what I was doing, right? I think that's pretty common for almost everything, though. Nobody's, like, absolutely perfect at it right away. And there seems to be a lot of items. I expected there to be more pickups, but, I mean, original Mass Effect didn't have a lot. It did, but it didn't, right? So there's that hover thing I was talking about.
So now killer robots too?
And the cool thing, you can scan different things, right? There's certain points that you have to scan. It gives you all information about it and everything.
Centuries old.
Wish we had Sam.
I think it's older than this lab and the equipment.
Like, I find the lighting is really good on everything.
Like an artifact.
And the fact you can actually run, like, pretty fast is just amazing. The other one, it felt like you were... Only in combat you could hold down A, I think, in the other one, and you ran faster or something like that, but this one, oh man, like, just the fact that you can sprint everywhere is amazing.
They got a lighting rod up and running. Are these things stalking us? Starting to feel like it.
These things are kind of annoying. I mean,
This is not how I
it's a good enemy, but it's kind of annoying. I mean, you're fighting guys and they come up and behind you or whatever. I mean, it's kind of cool though.
There. Last one's done.
Yeah, as you can tell, like, if you compare this to the first Mass Effect, I mean, there's two other ones, but if you compare it to the first one, it's very different. And you can see really how far along they've come. Like, this is amazing compared to that one. Absolutely amazing.
But we're surrounded.
They're not friendly. On our way.
So this is the menu. This is a part I gained a level. Went from level 1 to level 2, I'm pretty sure. And this is all the different skills and all that. This is just like my character. It's just the default one. I didn't do a customized character or anything like that. Just showing all the different skills you can do. I was looking at... Oh, my headset fell out. I was looking at all the different types. See, like when I play the games, I usually do combat and stuff like that. But, I mean, I was looking at the tech and biotics and all that, and I mean, it's a lot of information to read right now. So I kind of just wanted to do a scan through just to show everybody. I chose what I chose at the end of the day, but I'm not going to be the same as everybody else. I think I chose all combat ones. Seems to be pretty general, pretty safe bet playing these kind of games. But the character model looks pretty good. It's just, I think their speech, it's the... Like I was saying, it's like you see the... Here, I'm just going to auto level up everybody, but you see like in their eyes, they don't look superhuman at certain points. Almost like they were like a doll or something like that. But, I mean, it's still pretty good character model. I heard a lot of people complaining about the women's hair. There's only short-haired women and they're all ugly and all this stuff, but I mean, that's kind of a personal opinion, I guess, but the short hair thing, yeah, I've noticed that too. Like, in different parts, you don't see any women with actual long hair, and I think I've seen one with kind of long hair, and they look kind of strange. Yeah, this is and this is a little bit later on in it. This is near the end. I didn't want to show too much of the story and everything to ruin it for people, but I wanted to showcase like what the combat's like, certain cutscenes, different parts of it, you know.
Get into that building.
This I found was a little bit weird. Like, you can switch from side to side. Like, I was trying to figure it out here. Then you can switch from side to side like that. I mean, it's a really, really good thing. It was just a little bit weird for me to get used to. I much prefer shooting on that side, though. I tried to hover over and get that guy there, but didn't really work out. Like, I really, really like that. That's really cool. I like that they added that. And there's another thing I have. It's like a shotgun built in, or it's like, not even that. It's got like the power of like a shotgun, but at long range. Like, you lock onto them and it's a special perk you get every once in a while. Like, it loads up and you shoot the bullet and it just kind of flies up and flies into them. And it does a lot of damage. I forget what it's called, but it's pretty cool. Even if you look at like the enemies, they look really good. The blood splatter wasn't super realistic from them. Like I said, I'm just pointing out good things and bad things, right? It might not even be perfect stuff that I'm talking about. I might be wrong, but I'm just stuff that I'm seeing, right?
Sam, biotic amp interface mode. Keep up.
Yeah, the lightning. At one point, I was running to this level, and you have to dodge the lightning. It actually does some pretty serious damage. It's pretty cool that they add stuff like that, right? I mean, they always have environmental things in games that can, you know, obviously, look, I could fall off right there and die, right? They always have little environmental things like that, and I mean, it looked a lot better in this game than a lot of games. But I guess it's a brand new game, right? It makes sense. They've worked a lot on it too. This kind of feels a bit more, even actually, if it's weird to say, it kind of feels like, with the cover system and everything, like a Gears of War kind of thing, but not as limited as that game. That game feels really limited, but it also feels like Knights of the Old Republic at the same time, and Mass Effect, and Skyrim, and like they took certain elements from all these games and put it all together.
On me.
Obviously, some things they'll do, like, because people are really bashing this, so some things I think that they're gonna do are not gonna be that great in it. There will be patches, obviously, and I mean, even at that, like, I don't think they can make a perfect game, right? At the time, it may seem perfect, but then you go back and look at it, and you're like, what the fuck, right? There's that instance, too. See, there was one guy here, and he was just annihilating me. Like, it was a bit up, and I found like I couldn't walk properly, like, when he was shooting me. Maybe it was just something I'm doing. I probably have to sprint away from him or something, I think it was. So there was a guy right here. This guy, right? And he started shooting me, and I felt like I couldn't walk away from him, right?
I need to get through that door over there.
I probably just had to sprint. I don't know, unless it's part of the gun. See, that thing I was talking about, it's like a power that comes with him, like a certain type of shot that he has, right? It's pretty cool, though. I mean, there's different ones you can put on, too, and I was doing the menus thing. There's a whole bunch of different ones you can upgrade, and I haven't tried any of them out. Like I said, this is the very first time I played this, right?
I need to decipher the language.
So, I mean, you always see game videos of everybody who's really good at something. Like, they probably played it once already, and then they go back, like, oh, this is my first playthrough, or this is this, or, you know, and they know everything perfectly, where to go, and it just seems kind of unrealistic. It shows you exactly how I did it, right?
Right!
I mean, mind you, I did do cuts, obviously, but I just did cuts because I don't want this video to be, I don't know, I think it took me, I don't know, a little over half an hour or something. But I also did the optional missions and all that. Like I ran, like it took me a while, right? I didn't just run straight to the main quest. I found everybody and did every small thing I could, right?
Decryption complete.
That did it. It's a security over.
And this guy's apparently the main character's dad. He's actually the Pathfinder. And you're like, you were frozen for 600 years or asleep or whatever, right? And then they woke you up. Like, I think that you're from the time of the original Mass Effect games, because he was talking about he used to work on a mass relay. So I don't, obviously this is a different galaxy, but I think his father obviously must have done the same thing, right? Like they sent them on a ship into the other galaxy and they were frozen or asleep or whatever it was, and then it continues on, right? So it's kind of like a direct continuation of the next game, just a different character, because maybe Shepard didn't do this, right? He didn't do this program or whatever the hell it was. Like, I can't remember how Mass Effect 3 ended, to be honest with you. I don't even remember if Shepard died.
Who do you plan on talking to?
But if you look at his dad's suit, he's an N7 like Shepard was, right? I don't know about the whole Spectre thing, but...
Come on. These are the moments that make it all worthwhile.
This point was pretty cool. Like, visually, this was really nice.
Sam, translating.
A moment. Indexing.
Yeah, Sam is like their computer, I guess.
Let's see what we have.
Like, this part visually was like... I was a bit in awe. I mean, console-wise, there's a lot of great graphics console games, but this is really ahead, right? Again, the facial thing, I know. Yeah, and the music is very Mass Effect also.
Damned. It's working.
As I play through this game, though, I hope I'm not going to feel like Halo 5, how I felt. So I loved Halo growing up as a kid, and Halo 5, it was a good game multiplayer-wise, but not story. I don't even remember the story, to be honest with you.
Stand around looking at sunsets.
So I hope the same thing doesn't happen. The game's really good, you remember it, I find. Like, every detail. If it's not that great, you kind of put it out of your memory, right? Yeah, so something happens after this, and I'm going to cut out and end this video. I'm glad that you guys watched this and checked it out and subscribed to me, and I'm going to be posting videos almost every day, or maybe every day, I'm not sure, right? But something else happens after this, and I'm going to cut out and I'm not going to ruin it.